Boys. Hey guys, we are traveling through the Denver area and hit up my buddy Mark, which I've met several times before, made a sign for him, and we got to stop by and see Marc and Nicole. You guys all know who these famous people are.
We don't like to assume.
Yeah.
We don't like to assume. We never assume.
So anyway, introduce yourselves, I guess, if people don't know who you are.
Oh, sure. My name is Mark. I make woodworking videos at thewoodwhisperer.com, of course on YouTube as well. We've been doing this for a long time. And this is my wife, Nicole, over here.
I do the live show.
Yeah, she's on the live show.
I do the live show.
Every other Friday night now.
Yep.
So,
Yep, we
And
have
you
one
guys
tonight.
just celebrated like 15 years, right?
Yes.
yeah, this is our
YouTube.
15th anniversary this
On
year.
October 10th was our 15th year.
I have the gray hair to show it.
Yeah, you looked a
And
little
people
I
bit.
didn't
can
start.
tell,
I
yeah.
didn't start like this.
Well, Eric doesn't have hair, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so what year was that then? That was
2006.
2006.
October 10th, 2006.
And see, Dad and I started actually in 2007, which is
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, our niche is so small that you know we don't have anywhere near the size that you guys do. But our niche is really narrow.
Yeah.
So
We're in the same boat where our niche is pretty narrow too, and there are people who do things like we do that are way more subscribers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you got to be happy with whatever little niche you have, you
Yeah.
know? And you can do
Yeah.
a lot with a small number of people. So
well, and I think the thing is too, as you go along, you find people that are very loyal to what you're doing and support by, you know, things in the guild or whatever. For us, we sell a product, so we have people that, you know, have followed us, and then we have a premium membership, kind of a monthly subscription thing. And
Can I ask you to explain the guild?
Oh, sure. Yeah. The Wood Whisperer Guild is, think of it like an online woodworking school. So we basically build projects. We have guest instructors that build projects. And we put everything into this like video instruction manual. A lot of times we get up to 10, 12, 14 videos in a series, going through every single step, teaching them everything they need to know, giving them plans, templates, all that stuff. And also access to the instructor, which is nice. So if they ask questions or they get hung up on something, they could talk to the instructor and get a direct answer. So it is a lot like a woodworking school that you can just kind of fast forward and rewind.
Oh, that's cool.
Go back and watch as many
that's
times as you
all
want to.
online and all
100%.
electronic. Yeah.
And once you purchase a project, you're a member for life. So you get access. We have tons of guild meetings. We have discounts from vendors.
A private Facebook group.
To
connect with
So
other
there's a whole
members.
community behind.
Oh, wow.
But there's no monthly fee for that. It's just you buy a project that you want to build, and then you're a guild member.
From that point on, we ended up. I got Matt Cremona's the
waterfall
the
table.
waterfall
Yeah.
table, and so I guess we're.
I've watched
I
it
didn't
like
realize
10
that
times.
was. I didn't know
A lot
if
of
it was
people
an
don't.
ongoing.
I had someone ask me recently, like, I've been holding off because I don't need another monthly subscription. I'm
Right.
like, neither do I. And that's why we don't charge one.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yep.
So you guys, the thing that I've noticed lately on your lives, you guys have the chat and the super chat thing where people can.
That's part of YouTube.
And so YouTube has added that little element of being able to donate or almost like what's that Patreon? It's almost like a
It is.
Patreon thing.
Yeah, it's a little donation, and it's just a feature they put there. We don't even really talk about it. We don't ask for it because it feels a little weird to me.
Does,
because it highlights their comment to basically give them like, hey, make sure you see this person's comment, which is good.
Yeah, it kind of turned a different color.
Yeah.
In
So
green.
you
or
have
something.
to notice it, but we definitely don't want people to be like, oh well, I have to pay to get my questions answered.
Right.
That's
If
not
you
the
get
case.
there
at all.
early enough, I'll grab your question. And I have a little notepad that I'm copying and pasting in.
And I'm reading the chat the whole time, so if I just see a question that looks compelling or funny or something, I just throw it into it and we answer it. So.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing with us when we do our premium membership, which is a monthly membership, $10 a month. The real main benefit that we do is anybody that buys router bits from our website, I sharpen them for free because I have I've been doing that for 50 years.
Yeah.
So that's the real value. But then people think, oh, I have to be a premium member in order to answer questions or in order to watch the videos or what it is. No, everything's free. It's just if you want that little thing of me sharpening your router bits, then you know, and then they get a little discount and they get monthly templates and all that. But the big benefit is the sharpening of the router bits, which
That's huge.
yeah, you know, if you take
You're not
it
busy
to,
enough?
I don't know how.
Did you have to take that on?
I don't know
Yeah.
how.
He's
the
been
heck
doing
I-
that for years,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
How
you know.
tedious is that? The process.
It's actually because they're just the specific router bits that I use.
Okay.
I've been doing those for so many years
Pretty quick.
that literally I can have a half a dozen bits and I can touch those up and bring them up to a new edge because I do it all by hand
Yeah.
on a diamond wheel. I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Okay,
something like
that's
that.
not too
So it's not that bad for me. But if they took it to a machine shop, it might be $10 a piece or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
so it's a
might
good
be-
service, good value add.
and that's what people find if they're using the router bits and they bought the router bits from us. That's a service that they can have,
Yeah, makes sense.
or they can just pay $7 a piece and I'll sharpen the router bits if they don't want to be a premium member. But either way, I always try and get across. Hey, if you guys aren't using this, if you're paying $10 a month and you're not using this, you're not sending me your bits. Cancel it or tell me, I'll cancel it. It's like no big deal. I don't want people to pay for something that they don't feel they're getting a value for.
I think too many people these days are willing to do that. Like with the way Patreon works, you could stop doing the thing you said you were going to do and never notify anyone, and they just keep drawing every month,
it's
and
an
it pulls
electronic
out.
deal.
And I get uncomfortable with that. Like
Oh, yeah.
I want people to be getting something for their money,
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons we pulled away from a monthly membership with the guild was because it just didn't feel
It
comfortable.
was a yearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never did monthly.
Well,
It
no,
was
we
always-
never went to monthly,
Yeah.
but it definitely was a yearly subscription.
Yeah.
And automatically pulling money from people felt really sketchy.
And
to
especially
us.
if it goes
So,
per year, they might have forgotten about it 10, 11 months in,
and
and
here
then all of
comes
a
this
sudden
like $100
it
charge at
hits them
once.
again. Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
wants that.
And the funny thing is, I feel, because I have that same kind of thing, and most of the time when I talk about premium membership, I'm thanking people for being premium members, but be sure and let me know. If you're not using it, let me know. I want to cancel it. I don't want you to be paying for something you're not getting a value out of.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's enough people that do use a lot of our router bits because they're making signs. They're making signs at flea markets or craft shows or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're using the router bits. In fact, we just heard from one of our guys in Maine, Freiburg, Maine. He does the fair every year, and he just got done doing the fair, and he sold over $9,000 in signs during the fair.
$9,200, yeah.
And he's
Most he's ever done.
Yeah,
for him.
most he's ever done. And so that's the cool thing about the little niche that we have is we have a lot of people that are actually turning it into an income.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like people that would be building whatever, maybe your guild builds or whatever, something that they would learn from you that they can then turn and do commission jobs or whatever.
for
So,
sure.
Yeah.
We had a situation recently where I sometimes if I see a builder out there, just looks like they're making great stuff, I might contact them and invite them to teach in the guild. And there was this woman who just does incredible work. I contacted her and said, hey, I don't know if you've ever heard of us, but we're at thewoodwhisperer.com and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so her response was, one of the first projects I ever built was your cutting board. And then I went from there, and I'm like, and now we're asking her to be a guild instructor.
How crazy
That's
is that?
amazing, like
Is
that
that
can
crazy?
happen. And that much
Yeah.
time has gone by that someone did that first and then launched this whole career based on
There
it.
could have been 15-year-olds watching you, and now they're 30.
They're 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is. It's
That's
crazy.
wild.
It's crazy. And I run across that every once in a while that people say, and here's the other thing that we had no idea at the beginning when Dad and I started this stupid, silly little YouTube thing. When we started this thing, we didn't realize that after a while, we have found that there's something about running the router and that we've actually had veterans come back that have PTSD that say, whatever it is about that concentration kind of takes them out and lessens the trauma that they've had. And I don't know whether you've run across that or not, but it's
do
crazy.
A yearly guild scholarship, and one of the categories. So we do student scholarships, we do veteran scholarships and military scholarships, and then we also do first responders, and then kind of the general category. So the guild members helped me fund additional scholarships, and first responders were added this year.
Really?
So yeah, we have a lot of vets and a lot of military that are in the guild and use that for
Therapy,
managing
yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
woodworking
it's
in
crazy.
general is good, but I think with the routing, having done some like router-based inlay and really tight focused things, It reminds me of, meditation and mindfulness, where the goal is to simply either focus on nothing or focus on one thing and nothing else. And when you're running a router and you're trying to follow a line, you have no choice but to simply focus on that one thing. And it is very meditative. So I think whether these guys realize it or not, they're practicing a form of meditation as they're sitting there just, following this line to make this perfect, recess in the wood.
Yeah, and that's something that was totally a byproduct. Dad and I had no idea, because we've never come from that background. We had no idea. We've been doing this forever, since I was 10 years old. We had no idea that was even could be a thing. And we found out by accident about people contacting us. It's like, gosh, that's crazy. We just never
That's why you guys are so relaxed.
I guess so, yeah.
That's your secret.
All right. Well, Vicky is giving us the
signal.
Wrap it up thing. So, thank you guys so much.
Of course, man. It's good to see you always.
It's always a pleasure. I know you'll never be back to Arizona again.
No.
Not
unless someone ties me up and takes me down to
God's
van.
country here. But my gosh, you guys can deal with the snow. I'll deal with the heat.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks so much, guys.
Thank
We
you,
so
guys.
appreciate it. So, you guys, I know all of you are already following these guys.
By
but
the
if you're
way,
not-
Frank Jenkins, I just talked to him. He said to tell you hi. You don't know who he is, but he's been following you for a long
I do
time.
now.
Hi,
You
Frank.
do.
Hi, Frank.
Oh, look at that. He'll get a kick out of that. We're going to see. He's flying in. Actually, he's landing in
He's
Denver.
landed. So,
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's gonna be at the thing
Fun.
tomorrow. So
Awesome.
we've got a bunch of people coming, actually. All right. I'm sorry. That's it. Bye, guys. Thanks so much. We love you. We'll see you on the next one.